Hey guys, Chaps here, and welcome back to a long overdue Horde video. As you should know by now, the major Horde update dropped this month, giving us new skills, new difficulties, and some other changes. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing my initial impressions on these Horde changes. In the next video, I'm going to be giving my initial impressions of the new class skills. I don't yet have all of the new cards, and the meta hasn't finished shifting yet, so I'm going to hold off on a detailed breakdown. But don't worry, once the meta settles and I get some playtime with each of the cards, I'll be sure to share our team's views. Let's start with some of the basics. One of the first things I saw when playing was the new power drop indicator. A new section was added to the score block telling you how much power is still on the field. This is great for scouts to ensure that they've picked everything up. It's also great for me as an engineer. It allows me to get a prediction of how much we'll have to spend after the wave is over, so I can start to plan ahead when making purchases. As you've seen by most of our previous videos, our team traditionally runs a turret-heavy strategy. The turret camping strat has been the go-to for most teams, but in an effort to change up the meta, TC's implemented some changes. The level 3 and 4 turrets now have a 12% damage reduction, and all turrets besides level 1 have a price increase. This price comes in two forms. First, the base cost was increased, and secondly, the ammo or refill cost was increased. We haven't done any testing on this yet, but just shifting our previous test results to account for this yields the following results. I have mixed feelings about this change. I completely agree that the nerf was needed, so I'm glad to see it come in. Where I don't agree is the way they changed it. I would have preferred to see some mechanical changes, such as no aim down sight on the turret, or decreasing cooling rate, along with the damage reduction. I don't really like that the cost is increased by this much. Sure, the level 6 skills are going to cancel out some of this, which is nice, but this change creates a large barrier to entry for the new players. In the spirit of nerfs, the salvo damage was also reduced by 12%. This is right in line with the turret, so the practicality of using the turret versus the salvo hasn't really changed. Here's the updated stats again for anyone interested. Down in the description, I have my old damage testing video for anyone who wants to see where these values came from. The last major nerf was to the Hammer of Dawn. It now costs 13,000 energy to use, as opposed to the 8k it cost at launch or the 11k after the last change. I'm really not a fan of this. We've greatly reduced our hammer use even after the last update, and now it's just going to be even less. Unless we're speedrunning, it now seems much more feasible just to use sniper strikes. Oh, and I wouldn't really consider this a nerf, but you could throw this in there. The team kill glitch is no longer possible, which is fantastic. It was really plaguing the online play. Also, the security speedrun has been patched by changing up the spawns. This was a pretty fun speedrun though, so I'm sorta sad to see it go, but it's probably for the best. So with these nerfs covered, let's talk about difficulty changes. The new Inconceivable difficulty and Iron Man modifier were added. Inconceivable in Horde is just a much harder Horde mode, and it really shows when playing. Iron Man is kind of interesting. You still respawn after each wave, and Team Revive still works, but no cog tags drop mid-wave, so you can't revive people by picking up the tag. In all, I like these additions, as I was looking for more of a challenge in Horde. Funny enough though, you can still speedrun Inconceivable Iron Man on War Machine. I'm not going to discuss the tactics for speedrunning on this channel, but I just found it worth mentioning that it is still possible. Iron Man is going to add an extra 5% XP to any of your runs. In my opinion, this is nowhere near where it needs to be. Most of the people running Horde on higher difficulties aren't really going to see any reasonable gain from this, and it really just doesn't seem worth it. Additionally, when we compared the results of our Insane runs pre-update to the Inconceivable Iron Man runs post-update, this is what we saw. Insane gave us 2,800 credits. That's not including leveling, ribbons, or bounties. Iron Man Inconceivable gave us 3,100 credits. That's only a 300 credit difference for a really large change in difficulty. This may have just been an oversight by TC. I think this is something they really need to take another look at. Right now, there's almost no reason to spend the extra time on that much harder difficulty when you can just do Insane for 300 credits less. Another aspect that I think may have been overlooked is map voting. I'm honestly shocked that Public Horde still does not have a map voting option. This has been a much requested feature, and I agree with pretty much everyone online about this. It really needs to be added. The last thing I want to cover here is one of the most asked questions after this update, and that's, how do I get these new skills? Well, the Horde Booster or Operations Packs are going to give you a chance at the new skills. The Horde Expert Packs also do a great job with the guaranteed epics, but I personally just can't justify spending real money on packs. Oh, and the Season Pass members all got 3 free epics and 2 free rares from a nice little pack to help us get started. It's gonna take a while though to get all these skills. From a sample size of 185 Horde boosters, I ran some simple math and statistics. Based on the results of those packs, it's looking like it's gonna take us 542-ish Horde boosters in order to obtain all 15 new skills. I really hope I made an error in that math though, because that is crazy. Anyways, all in all, I'm really enjoying this update. Turrets and salvos were nerfed as they should be, harder modes were added, and most importantly, new skills are available. As I mentioned earlier, I'll be working on a video giving my initial impressions of these new skills, so just be on the lookout for that. Go ahead and let us know your thoughts on the update. What's your favorite aspect so far? What do you think they're missing? As usual, if this was helpful, go ahead and drop it a like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one, and thanks for watching.
Back in your hole!